Welcome to Any Last Words. I'm your host, Joe, and my guest tonight is, I think, longest running returning guest, C.W. Penney. How are you doing
Possibly.
today? You are no, I think it's like the third time, maybe, or fourth time I've had you on.
Three, possibly fourth.
If you don't count the first one, that was like a wash, basically.
Yeah. So if we count that one, is that five?
Oh shit, I don't know.
Hmm. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, well, glad to be back anyway.
Thank you for being on again. I really appreciate it. I always have a good time with you. So I'm very much been looking forward to this all day.
And how are things on your end?
On fire.
Well, that's great. That's great though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unless you're the rest of California. No.
Well,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I'm
that's
doing
true.
good, but
Yeah.
California is not so good.
No, California's having a rough time. As long as you're staying safe and everyone, down that way is trying to stay safe as possible.
Oh yeah.
You know.
How are you doing? You just had your guys' Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Actually, well, today technically is Thanksgiving. Me
Oh.
and the two kids and mom and dad celebrated yesterday, and I've been perpetually turkey drunk ever since. So I had a bit of leftover turkey for dinner with some gravy. You know,
Nice. Who
not going to
who
turn that
cooks?
down. Dad cooked it actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very
He can put
nice.
up a good meal. So
Nice. That's always cool when a dude can cook. It's a
yeah,
plus.
right.
Oh my gosh. So you, sir, it's this month, right? For your horror convention you got going on.
Brother, yeah. So NL
Mm-hmm.
HorrorCon is happening. We put it off as long as we possibly could because we were waiting to see if there were any more regulation changes.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going ahead on the 23rd, 24th of October from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. our time. And I'm slowly getting my influx of people that are going to be attending and whatnot coming forward. Today, I actually got confirmation and made an announcement that at 6 p.m. Newfoundland time, Damien Maffei and Elsie Holt will be coming on to do a virtual panel about their new movie Time's Up.
Ooh.
And anyone that don't know who the two gentlemen are should go check out. Let me see, You're Next, starring Elsie Holt as Landmask, and Damien's The Strangers Pray at Night, where he was the sack wearing guy with the axe. And
Oh, I'm literally looking at that poster across from me right now.
oh, nice.
I'm literally looking right at him with the two girls on the side,
Yeah,
and he's got the axe in his hand.
yeah. So
How funny.
Damien, a few months back, or well, I'm losing track of time. Anyway, if you haven't seen, maybe it was last year. Yeah, if you haven't seen Haunt, go and check that out. But I mean, Damien and Elsie are working on a film for the first time in years. I'll say it that way together.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing so Time's Up, and I'm pretty sure they have like a Kickstarter or Indiegogo, or maybe both, on the go with that right now. And they're gaining some ground and a lot of interest. So it's nice to see the guys are making use of this whole pandemic shutdown of everything. And oh my god,
Absolutely. Is
you
any of
know
it going to be online, or is it going to be like strictly an in-person event?
who? Well, my normal convention group, I'll say it that way, that helps me put it off every year. 98% of them don't really feel 100% comfortable or can't. So right now I'm kind of winging this and doing it all on my own accord. It normally takes me 6 months to plan in advance, and I decided with 2 weeks to go ahead with the event.
Wow.
So I am ready to check myself into a mental institute and get my head checked.
Aw.
But I'm one of those people under the gun with pressure. I thrive on it. And when someone says, "Hey man, you're not gonna be able to do it," it's like a big fuck you. I got to go ahead and do it,
Watch.
right? But it'll pan out. I mean, I had to cut the vendor list down
Mm.
over half actually,
Damn.
to allow for social distancing. I don't know what your protocols in the States are, but here in Canada, we have 6 feet mandatory
Hmm.
social distancing, mandatory masks. Anybody that tries to get into the event without a mask or takes their mask off during the event will be asked to leave without refund.
Okay.
Um, any vendor stations, I'm going to have hand sanitizer there with signs saying, please sanitize before touching merch.
Hmm.
And try, I mean, people got to use common sense and try to use social distancing as much as possible during the event. And we're only allowed to have a maximum, including guests
Hmm.
and my staff, up to 100 people in the building at a time.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm
How
trying to keep
many?
my, I'm trying to keep my vendor list is at a comfortable level now, where
Mhm.
I can maintain the 6 feet between tables and still have a variety and enough diversity with vendors to have interest.
Mhm.
And I'm hoping that my guest list and my event planner list, I'll say it that way, allows me to have anywhere between 50 to 60 patrons at a time. So
Okay. Okay. So how will that, are more than, I mean, obviously more than 50 people have bought in tickets. Um,
well, actually, this year we're
well, I
doing
mean, yeah, I would
all at the
think.
well, we're doing all at the door this year. We're not even selling tickets.
Okay.
Which normally we do. We sell pre-sale tickets and we do like weekend pass and
Mhm.
VIP and all that. But with everything just going on the way it is, I figured, why don't we just make it public? We're having the event, have it at the door, first come, first serve. People try to be mindful that there are outdoor people waiting to get into the event. This is Newfoundland. It is October. It's cold-ish. So, I mean, like if you're only there to check out the vendors,
Mhm.
go check out your vendors. Once you're done, it's like the grocery store. If you're going in shopping, be mindful you have other grocery people waiting to buy groceries to get in.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, and I mean, like, we're literally only allowed to have a maximum amount of people in the building at a time, and that's government regulation. I can't control any of that. So,
Right. So will people, do you think people will have maybe a time limit, or just maybe just tell them just to be mindful that there are other people outside?
I'm sure there's people going to want to stick around for the panels, like the virtual
Mhm.
panels and any in person panels from local guests that I can have attend because I can't fly anyone in. And
Oh,
this,
okay.
right, because this was the year that I was planning on. Well, I'm not going to drop no names, but I had
Uh,
4 celebrities that I was going to fly in.
yeah.
And now I can't fly them in because they'd have to self isolate for 14 days coming from the States.
Oh,
And
okay.
I mean, feasibly trying to deal with that. I mean, flying them up was one thing, putting them in a hotel for the weekend is another thing. That's expected. But to have the funds to put 4 individuals in isolation for 14 days before the event even happens, mm,
Oh,
you
man.
know, COVID,
Ugh.
COVID can go away now. Like
Right?
2020
Well,
is a shit show.
I know. Do we even have to elect somebody this year? Can't we just make this whole thing a wash? I promise America will be good for 4 years if you we'll just forget about this whole year and everything that's a part of it.
Right? Like, I don't know, man. We just got to muck through this and try to get through it together.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it really helps my brain and my soul when I can do guest appearances on other people's shows like this, or have you or other friends that I've met through the industry in some capacity on our show,
Mhm.
or working on projects left, right, and center. I mean, I've always got stuff on the go with Dan, you know that yourself.
Yeah.
And we're working on some big stuff that just don't happen overnight. When it does happen, it's going to be some interesting big news, and it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So
Mm. Well, I'm
you
glad
know
that you've stuck with, having some kind of convention for this year, even though there are a lot of limitations and, ippiness to everything. I'm really glad that you at least were able to do that much. You know what I mean? To something to give to the horror community in this really shitty year that we're having.
Thank you, because as it sits right now, I mean, in Newfoundland, our province of Newfoundland, we have 5 different conventions that run throughout
Mhm.
the year, and One of them, big shout out to my buddy Jeff. He runs Avalon Expo, and they did a um, virtual Avalon Expo this year. But the other ones have either postponed or canceled for this year as of now.
Mhm.
And so far, we will be the only con to happen in Newfoundland in 2020 in person so far.
Oh, okay.
So I
Okay.
just I want it to be a good experience, but a safe experience, and show people
Right.
that if you do things according to precautions and government regulations, as long as everybody is sensible and adheres to said policies, you can put off a successful event.
Right. Aw. I
Yes,
hope
it
it
might.
goes really well. It's gonna go well. I know it's gonna go well. So
There's a lot of people after messaging me, and they're like, "Man, I really," and this was like 6 months, 8 months ago. They're like, "Man, I really hope that we're back to level one and blah blah blah, and we can have the event because I'm really looking forward to it. It's something that every October I look forward to." And I'm like, "Hey, man, I hear you. You're preaching to the choir. I created this out of a love for the genre." And October is my fucking Halloween. Like Halloween and October is my December and Christmas.
right? It's the best time of the year.
It, it's bar none. To me, it's heads and tails above Christmas any day.
Yeah. And we have to
I
have
don't know.
Halloween before we can have Christmas, so
This is true.
kind of important. That's how we kick off everything to the rest of the year is through Halloween.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So my big guy, my big buddy Dan,
mhm.
sent you over a couple of presents. He sent you
Mhm.
over some Killer's Choice coffee.
He did. Oh, he was so that was so nice of him. I really appreciate it. He sent
That
some to Miguel too, my producer for Girls Going Gin.
nice,
Yeah, he sent him some too. So we're gonna throw a box together of some cigars and stuff and send it to him as a thank you for
nice.
sending us some coffee because we are coffee fiends. So
There we go.
it totally
There
made
we
my
go.
week.
Right. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the lighter roast would be the grave digger. The coffin nail's a darker roast, and the back from the dead red is like a French press roast.
Oh, I
And
love that coffin nail. That's so
yeah, I'm waiting on my new shipment. So
is it going to take you a while to get it? Like, how is shipping there right now? Because here it's totally gone ass
mm,
backwards from the beginning. Like, we used to get shit quick. Now it takes forever.
I don't know. I really don't know because I guess where it's considered a food product, maybe customs might hold it for um, I don't know, like a week or 14. Maybe they'll hold it for 14 days. I don't know. Just treat it the same as isolation.
Well,
I have
spray a
no
little
idea.
Lysol.
I don't want Lysol on my coffee.
It's just the bag. You only need it on the bag. I don't think
Yeah,
Dan
true
sneezed on
enough.
everything. So
Well, you never know, right?
I don't know nothing about nothing.
No, nothing about nothing.
I don't know
No, I'm
about nothing.
gonna I'm gonna have to hit you and Migs up too, man. I'm after looking online, and everything here for cigars is just nonsense.
Yeah, our I just Dan
Oh,
was saying the other day or the other week, I'm sorry, when we had him on Great American Morning for
yeah,
cigars and stuff. He was saying like the tax is like I think he said it's like 80% tax on cigars there. And I was like, "Holy hell." And we have 60 and I had no clue we had 60% tax over here. I was like, "It's
yeah.
expensive."
I'm not exactly I'm not exactly 100% sure on what it is in Canada. I know, like when I order my pipe tobacco, I order it from the states.
Mhm.
Like Smoking Pipes and Four Noggins are two sites that I use. But like going there to order cigars, I'm going on a wing and a prayer because I'd like to have some recommendations. I mean, like Dan is good for recommendations. You are, Miguel is. So I just might, I don't know, like I said to you, I might just ship you down or transfer you down a bit of cash and leave it at your discretion.
Eh, I just need to know what you don't like, I guess. Some people don't like sweet ones, some people don't like coffee ones or cognac or you know what I
Not a
mean? Like
big,
there's
not a big
so many
cognac
different ones.
person. Not a
Okay.
big cognac person. Coffee and sweet to semi-sweet are fine. Flavors, I'm fine with. Um, Anything from mild to medium to intense. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not hard to
Okay.
get along with.
Okay. I can deal with. I can work with that.
All right. Now, I'm not sure what
Okay.
the cost on like what can you guys get like Romeo and Juliet's down there for?
Actually, that's what I'm smoking right now is the cigarillo because I don't know how well you can see that.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are the little cigarillos. It's a pack of 20. I think I paid 21 and some change for it. So it makes them a buck and a couple of pennies a piece if you really break it down. And they're just the
Yeah,
little guys. So
yeah.
yeah,
But
not bad.
you can also get the Romeo and Juliet's in like the full size cigars also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you can get them in the long tin tubes.
yeah.
Um, we got a whole bunch down here, a whole bunch. Actually, I just had I went to the Scar Lounge the other day with Miguel and Frankie, and Miguel walked up and handed me a cigar, and I was like, it just looked like a plain one basically, and it was a Tatooine, and I was like, okay, cool. And he goes, it's a Karloff, and I was like, I have no clue what that means. And
Yeah.
I guess this cigar company they have a horror theme line. It's a monsters line, and
Oh,
there's a
nice.
Freddy. Yeah, I thought it was so cool. I posted the Karloff box the other day. It looks like there's two of them. Um, there's a Freddy Krueger box. There's a Jason box. There's a Bride of Frankenstein box. Ooh, there's a Jekyll and Hyde box where it's two boxes you have to sit together. But I want to call. I just want the boxes at this point. Like I don't give a shit what the cigars taste like. So
Right. Yes.
it sounds good.
I'll try to do a little bit of homework online and narrow down my cigar wish list.
Okay. Okay.
But you know, between you and Miguel, I mean, you guys know more about cigars than what I do. And Dan, Dan is like a cigar encyclopedia. So
Yeah, Dan and Miguel, they know a lot. Miguel's, I guess, his apprentice, if you will. He's my Yoda.
right,
So he's kind of taking me along this journey and kind of, teaching me. Um,
yeah,
So I picked up a little bit off and on the past couple of years. Sometimes I mess up and I'm like, oh wait. And he goes, that's not a flavor. That's like something that's a size. And I'm like, so
right,
many words, so many words. It's a different
yeah.
language.
I mean,
Oh my
I
god.
can hold my own talking about pipes and pipe tobacco, and but when it gets to cigars, I'm a little out of my realm.
I
So
would
I
be
mean,
the opposite. I have no clue about tobacco, pipe tobacco whatsoever.
okay, yeah. You want to get well? Yeah, I would suggest try some Dunhill, but Dunhill doesn't really make pipe tobacco anymore. They sold the recipe to Peterson,
Oh,
and I still
that's not
have
something I can get.
right. No, I have half a tin of Dunhill Nightcap and Early Morning, which are now discontinued, not made anymore, and I'm afraid to smoke it because I don't know if I'm going to like the Peterson blend. It's supposed to
Okay.
be the same recipe, but
Mm-hmm.
somebody that I know said it's not the same smoke, and I'm like, oh my god. So I've got
Oh.
Dunhill, and I'm like, I want to enjoy it, but it's going to be a very rare occasion with like a glass of $300 scotch in one glass, like one little drink, $300. Yep. Now I'm going to smoke it. Right.
I love it.
You know, take it out on special occasions.
There you go. Don't let anybody touch it. You keep it in a special, like, put it in an urn so no one will suspect that there's really good
Right.
stuff in there.
Yeah. Cellar it in an urn. That's not a bad idea. That's a pretty cool idea, actually. Hmm.
Just throwing it out there.
Right.
I liked it when I get people's ashes, like relatives' ashes, like given to me. I don't put them in urns. Like I put them in different things. Like oh, like my brother. Have you ever seen that? Shit. What is it? The Crystal Skull vodka
Yeah.
that Dan
Yep.
Aykroyd made, where it's the actual like it looks like a crystal skull.
Yep.
When my brother passed away, I wanted to get one of those, and I was working at the bar at the time, and the owner was like, "Oh, well, I'll look for the bottles because I don't know if they sell them in town. Maybe we'll just order one for you, and we'll sell the vodka and give you the bottle." Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I went to go get my brother's stuff from his house, and he actually had an empty one in there that he put a little light in and made a little nightlight out of it. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, like, were you reading my mind about what I wanted to do with you? So I like took it home and I put him in it. So my brother doesn't sit in an urn; he sits in a glass skull. So
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, just put them in different stuff, hourglasses or whatever. But anyway, so
I told my cousin Brad, if I die before him, I want to be cremated. I want him to take my ashes and grow me into a weed plant.
there you go. I wanted to be like a peach tree or an apple tree or something. But I was like, I don't
Right.
know who would do that. Like, who would really like? Would you even eat the fruit? It's kind of a morbid thought once you get to that point, I guess. Like,
I kind of got the idea. Can you remember see the movie? I think it was How High.
yes.
Yeah, and they grew their buddy's ashes into the plant, and then when they smoked it, they got like ridiculously stoned, right?
Oh my God, Method Man. Oh my God, that might have been
Yeah,
on high school. That was so long ago.
that was a minute ago. Yeah, wow,
Oh my
wicked.
God.
I'll be on a stoner binge tonight watching High High and like Friday and next Friday.
Half Baked. You've seen
Ha-
Half Baked? You had to
Half
have seen
Baked was
it.
hilarious.
Fucking, I had
Yeah.
no clue of half of the shit they were, because I think it came out in like the sixth grade for me, and I was like, half of it I didn't even know what the hell they were talking about, and then when I got to be a teenager and we were watching it all the time, it was like everything made sense and it was way funnier. I was like, I love this movie even more now that I totally understand it.
Pineapple Express was pretty funny too.
Yes, that was a pretty
Yeah.
funny movie. Oh wait, real quick, um, uh, our little uh, uh, our little past conversations that I wish we would have been able to share because everything got deleted. So I was at Walmart today and I saw candy because they put all the candy
Nice.
out finally. And then I thought of Halloween math. You can't really see it too well. So all of
I'm
it
gonna.
says 9.94, right? But if you look at the piece sizes on all of the, what would it be on? For you, it'd be the bottom right.
I'm going on a virtual tour now. I just had to grab something in my
Okay.
storage room.
Oh shit. But they're okay, so they're all 9.94. But you got a
Yep.
box or a bag that has 200 pieces, a bag that has 110 pieces, and a bag that has 60 pieces. But they're all the same fucking price.
Hmm.
They're all the same price, but you get different amounts of candy. It's like, how does that work?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it due to what kind of candy are in the
I
bags
was
or
thinking
boxes?
I was thinking that, but it's like, no. Just give all the same pieces, just different candy, make it the same. Why do they gotta complicate shit? Because now I'm
Well,
mad.
I found a loophole for myself this year with Halloween candy math. I went out and I
Bulk?
found, well, no, not bulk. I went out and I found um, boxes of 50. But
Mm-hmm.
remember how we discussed about like normally when you buy Halloween candy, there's like two or three good candies in it or whatever, and the rest are like garbage that no one ever wants.
Yeah.
So I found this,
Ooh.
and yeah, so it's got like Hershey's cookies and cream, peanut
Ooh.
butter, Reese's peanut butter cups, O. Henry, and Reese's Pieces.
I haven't had an O. Henry in a long time. Those are like the bit of honeys, aren't they? The O.
Uh,
Henrys?
that one
Oh
red.
no, I'm thinking of something else. Unless that's different from, wait a minute. Maybe I've never
Uh,
had an O. Henry. That looks like a
maybe
chocolate payday.
I don't know. Maybe it's a Canadian thing.
Maybe. I keep swearing to like different people. I've got to do a candy exchange with people at some point. Because my friend Jen lives in LA and you know bottle caps, right? The bottle cap crunchy candies, it tastes like
Yeah,
different
yeah.
sodas. She only knows of all cola in a box. I have never heard of all cola in a box. Mine's like
Hmm.
orange soda, grape soda, cherry cola, or cola, root beer. It's a mix. And she's like, what? I've never heard of this. And I'm like, I gotta
Yeah.
start doing a fucking candy exchange with people because you can't get the same shit everywhere. Apparently, not even in America.
Well, I mean, I remember getting those and it had assorted flavors in it. So I'm with you on that.
I've only seen that. She's saying she's
Yeah.
never seen that. It's only been Coca Cola or not Coca Cola, just cola. And I'm like, those are the
Yeah.
shitty ones. Like,
I mean,
I
like
don't
I've
like
got
those.
American friends that have came here to Canada, Newfoundland, and they've seen some of the junk food in the stores, and they're like, "Man, I didn't know this existed." Like ketchup chips, ketchup flavored potato chips.
If you go to the Asian market here, they have those. That's the only place I've ever seen those in my entire life. Like you can get like shrimp potato chips and all different
Yeah,
kinds of crap at the Asian store. I'm like, I love this place. You get new
yeah.
new goodies, new goodies.
Well, that's literally common, not shrimp, but like ketchup. I don't know if you guys have salt and vinegar down
Oh,
there.
that's my favorite.
All right,
Yes.
so like
Besides
all
barbecue.
those, yeah, and then barbecue and like all those flavors, they're just common things that we'd have at a gas station here.
Okay. Oh, don't you guys have like a? I know Lay's will do different like chip flavors and stuff, like sometimes really weird
Yeah,
ones. Don't you guys have like the poutine
yeah.
flavored Lay's or something? See, we don't have those here. And I remember
No,
seeing a thing on those because I love plain Lay's and black coffee. If I have a snack with my coffee, it's got to be like plain Lay's.
yeah.
But I love
Have
Lay's,
you
and I
ever
saw that.
have you ever had a
Sorry,
poutine, an actual poutine?
I've made it before, just like the gravy and the cheese and stuff on the fries.
Yeah,
That's all it is, right? It's just gravy, cheese curds,
great.
and fries.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not a
Now
huge fan of
there's
brown gravy, but I do like it on French fries.
there is a buddy in St. John's. I can't remember his name right now. Oh my God. Anyway, he runs a place. I think it's just called the Poutineery, and they do like everything, like a cooked dinner poutine. There's like turkey and dressing and potato and turnip and carrot and everything on it. It's insane.
This conversation is just gonna. Every time I talk to you, it's about candy. It's gonna make me fat. Candy and food. That
Candy and
makes
food and toilet paper.
and toilet paper. I'm
I'll
actually
still.
making corn. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I still don't get toilet paper math.
I don't either. I can't. A candy, we can make some sense of it,
Yeah.
but toilet paper, no fucking clue. No clue.
Right.
So I thought a tree was a tree. So
Right.
my lord, I can understand if that weird scented toilet paper cost more and was in different quantities, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't even buy that. I just want regular toilet paper.
I'm going to try to locate somewhere where I can buy hemp toilet paper, so when I'm having a
Oh.
bad day, I can use it and calm my ass down. Uh,
You're on one this week with jokes, man.
but
I love it.
it's like terrible, terrible dad jokes.
It went platinum. Oh my gosh. So since you've I want to say since the last time you've been on here, you started your own, and well, another podcast with
Mm.
Sean Murphy called Ramblings of a Madman. How is that going?
It's going exceptionally well. We got a shout out from a Thai over at My Indie Productions, and that was huge. That was awesome. And Atai is becoming a good supporter. And I mean, as you know, we as podcast runners, we support each other faithfully anyway. And it was damn good to finally get you on the show. It was long
Yeah,
overdue.
fun.
And I'm gonna reach out to you and Miguel at some point and get the two of you guys on. So
Absolutely.
yeah, no, all that good stuff. But yeah, no, we've got some interesting shows lined up. I mean, our last episode, we had the return of Billy Pond. We had Bill Oberst Jr. Serge came on, which was a real treat because Serge Casita doesn't really do a whole lot of the interview type stuff.
Mhm.
And if you guys don't know who Serge is, he played Dollboy, and Dollboy was a 26-minute short by Billy Pond, and he was also in the end part, we'll say it that way, of Circus of the Dead.
I still have not seen that yet.
Oh my God!
I know.
Oh,
Don't tell Lance. Jesus, don't tell Lance.
don't tell Lance that. Lance will have a
Don't
stroke.
tell Lance. Oh my lord, don't tell Lance.
Yeah, no, Lance will have a stroke and an aneurysm and a cardiac arrest all at one time.
I'm gonna get like death threats from him and shit.
Right?
I'm gonna
No,
poison
Lance.
your
Lance is
pineapple
a
whip.
right, pineapple whip. Lance is a beautiful soul. We love him. We tear him a new asshole every day. Um, it's a bad idea. Somebody never got the memo about me and Clegg ever becoming friends. Because when me and Clegg get together, Brian Clegg, Master of Villains, a fantastic artist. Go check his stuff out. But no, when me and Clegg get together, it's literally like gas in a match, and it just so happens the explosion always happens on poor Lance, and we do it out of
Aw.
we do it all out of love. If we didn't love him, we wouldn't pick on him.
Right?
But don't tell Lance that we actually care about him.
No. Why would we want
No,
to tell him and ruin the fun?
I think last time I looked up, because it's been used that often now, I'm pretty sure it actually comes up in like Facebook algorithms if you type in hashtag Don't Tell Lance. And I can't remember the last time I typed it out, but it had so many like recommendations listed or something, and it was funny because it's actually starting to become a thing.
I'll have to put it in this since we brought him up. Maybe in the comments when it goes live later tonight, I'll put hashtag Don't Tell Lance or something.
Don't tell Lance. And if people watching don't know who Lance Wagner is, Lance Wagner and his wife Sam Wagner, they do a show on the Romero Pictures Indie Brigade called The Wagner Wiles. It's the weird wanderings of the Wagners. And they have a beautiful man by the name of Tyler Shea Cohn. And he is a damn good friend of mine. And he is their co-host. And yeah, if you guys don't know about the show, go over to Romero Pictures Heavy Metal Indie Brigade now, because they are actually working with Heavy Metal Magazine.
I heard about that. That was a little not too long back, but
not too far back.
Not super recent, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the same episode that they did that announcement. Me and Dan made the announcement that we were the official coffee for the Romero Pictures Indie Brigade.
Okay.
So that was a big day or night, depending on where you are in the world.
Well, you guys will always be the official coffee for Any Last Words as well, because fuck yeah.
Dan's officially sponsored.
Right?
Right. I can't stress enough for people, like, if you're a coffee drinker and appreciate good coffee. Now, I'm not talking like this rich bitch, high class, highbrow.
And you make pumpkin spice.
Yeah, no, I'm talking if you like coffee.
Yeah, legit
real
coffee.
Legit coffee that you need a cup of in order to get shit done. Get yourself some Killer's Choice coffee. Go over to www.killerschoice.com and grab one of the blends. You don't have to buy them all to try. If you want to try one, start with one. You can try the light roast, the medium roast, or the French dark roast, or whatever. You can sort it out that way. Just give it a try. I cannot stress that enough. It is good.
It is. He said, I don't know if we talked about it. Well, I know we talked about it slightly before, but I don't know if we talked about it once we went live. But Dan sent me some, and oh my god, it's so good. The coffin nail. If you guys are into dark roast, get the coffin nail blend. It's really good. I have heartburn, so I try to put a little bit of creamer in my coffee to kind of ease it. But with that one, I feel like it ruins it when I put creamer in, and I'm like, no, I like this too much.
A good coffee. When I go somewhere, McDonald's or here Tim Hortons or Dunkin' or Starbucks, if I go somewhere and get a cup of coffee, I usually have creamer. But a good cup of actual legit coffee, I find the same thing. No, you really don't need it. It's almost like you're ruining the coffee by adding anything to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And if you're like me, you'll eat the beans straight out of the bag.
Right. And we do have, I do have to give a shout out to Sean Smithson also. And Sean runs Smithson's Woodcrafts. He does a thing with the Romero Pictures Indie Brigade also. And he is a thorough lover of Killer's Choice coffee. Like one of the biggest supporters that we have.
He's very talented. I saw the guitar bodies he did, and I was like,
that guitar body he did for Billy Pond.
I was like, director. I'm so peanut butter and jealous.
Right. Yeah. So Billy commissioned him to do a. Oh my God. I'm not 100% sure now, but I think it is a
I don't.
Fender a body. I think it's a Fender body. I'd have to go back and look at it. It's been a
Yeah, it's a
minute since
solid
I've seen
body
it.
of some sort, but it
Yeah,
was his work. I mean, like even if it's I don't know if it's one of those digital machines that does it or if he does it by hand, but it's awesome. He does
no,
awesome work.
it is a digital laser. He
Hmm.
can literally burn anything. If the man had a high res image of the Mona Lisa, he could burn it onto a piece of wood.
I'm
Like it's
I'm
ins he know you need to know how to operate the levels and
oh
all this stuff, but like he has that machine down to a science.
damn. I
Yeah,
really want to like hit him up and see if he would be willing to quote on a guitar that I would like to have
hit him up.
made. That would be so cool.
Yeah, hit him
Because
up.
I have ideas for guitars I've started making, but then
Hmm.
I like my ADD and shit makes me go, oh look a bird, and I go over here to wander off somewhere. I have
Squirrel.
like yeah exactly. I have two guitar because Frankie Miguel have given me so many like cigar boxes, the wooden ones, really pretty ones. I
Yeah.
started making guitars out of them, and I'll get like halfway through making the neck by hand, and I'm like, I'm bored, and walk off somewhere.
Uh,
So I have all these guitars started in the garage and they're never finished. I'm like, I think I'm gonna hit somebody else up to make one for me. I don't want to do this anymore.
I would love to have a Joe cigar box guitar.
If I finish one, I'll gladly send it to you.
I play guitar, so I would actually play it. And I've been listening
Really?
to I've been listening to a lot of neo folk music. So I mean, a cigar
Oh,
box guitar would be right in line for that, right?
get you one of those little metal finger slides.
Oh, you got one.
Oh, do you? I gotta go get
All right.
one.
Yeah, you can use the metal or the glass, or you can use the plastic ones. I find there's a more of a
Authentic
uh,
sound, twangy.
yeah, yeah, but I find for some reason the glass gives me more of a resonating sound, depending on what guitar I'm using. If I'm
Okay.
using other guitars, I'll use like the steel one, but I've never tried the plastic ones. I don't feel it doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. The idea of plastic on your strings, no. If you're going to use a
Yeah.
slide, you use a metal one or a glass one.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind
Yeah,
next time I go to Guitar Center.
there you go.
Or go to church, I should say, because that's what I call it. I'm going to church today.
Right.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh. Yeah, no, I really, I'm so gonna hit him up. I would really love a guitar for my birthday, so maybe I'll buy myself one.
there you go.
I'm that
There you
weirdo.
go.
I buy myself things because I don't like asking other people for what do you want? I don't know. A pie, high five, some weed. I don't know. So, so I did like I might, and that's telling my mom that.
Well, I mean, I don't know what it's like down in California right now, but we can go to our grocery store, buy our steak, buy some corn to go on the barbecue with the steak, and we can also pick up our weed at the grocery store.
What?
Yeah.
Like, wait, no, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm letting that sink in. Like CBD or like indica and sativa and hybrid shit. Like I
Okay.
what?
So we have a store owned by a big, massive company called Loblaws, and the store's name is Dominion. And Dominion
Mm-hmm.
is one of the biggest grocery dealers in Canada. So we go pick up our groceries, and on the way out of the grocery store, still attached to it, but it's on the outside, there's what's called the smoke shop. And you can go and
Oh,
you can buy your indica, your sativa, your hybrids. You can go in and buy chocolate bars.
okay.
Actually,
Uh-oh, you froze. Uh-oh.
are you
Uh-oh.
there?
You froze. Yeah, you froze for a second.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try not to get up to move anymore. But so yeah, this is a peppermint and Baker Street indica chocolate bar that you can purchase at the
Ooh.
store.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Very nice. That's all fancy.
right. But you need like a goddamn PhD to open the box. It's like it is childproof.
Oh, that's good though. That's good because you don't want your
Yeah,
kids getting into it and getting sick.
Yeah,
So,
no. But I mean,
or
yeah,
getting high.
you can literally go out, and Tweed is the company that made this particular brand, and
Okay.
yeah, they do have like gummies and edibles and all that good stuff.
Okay. So I thought you were
Yeah.
saying like you can just walk past the produce, walk past the lettuce to get to the electric lettuce aisle and just be like, hey. I was like,
Well,
what?
you
But
well,
I get it now.
yeah. So they're attached to the outside of the grocery store
Yeah.
is the smoke shop, and that's where you go. So you can
Okay.
pick your
So it's very
groceries up.
convenient.
Oh my God, yeah! You pick your groceries up, and literally on your way out the door, you can go to the smoke shop and get your lettuce, shall we say?
Your electric lettuce, the devil's lettuce. Yeah,
Right.
heathen.
But here, like Amsterdam, I mean, the hippies won in Amsterdam years ago,
Oh
and
yeah.
now the hippies won in Canada. So it's great.
Oh, yay, Canada. You guys seem so nice there.
Well, this now there's probably more of a reason for people to look at Canadians and go, "Oh my God, they're so friendly." Yeah, it's probably because every second one of us is baked out of our brain. So
Love it.
now I
More
don't
people need to
condone
get
it,
on board with that.
right? But I don't condone anyone going and doing drugs.
Right.
Um, drugs are bad, kids. Okay,
Okay. Don't forget to bring a
okay,
towel.
right? But cannabis, if treated like a medicine, I mean, I haven't taken a pill for anything in 9 years.
That's awesome. That's
Right?
amazing.
If I have back pain or if I have a headache or sleeping issues, I go and I use THC or CBD in some form. And I've replaced petrochemical pills and chemicals, pumping crap in my
Nice.
body with a natural substance. So
Nice. I love it. I love it. Because these pharmaceuticals are just out
they're
of
killing
hand. They're
people.
so out of hand. I love the fact that they kind of have to tell you more or less what's going to happen if you take these. Like, and I
Yeah,
don't know if they do that in Canada, but here, like, they'll have
yeah,
like a schlue underneath while kind of like my little bar thing down there.
yeah.
And then they'll have somebody right at the end tell you, oh, if you take this, you might get diarrhea and paralysis, and you might go blind, and you'll lose your hair, and erectile dysfunction, or you can't stop having a boner. So then you have to take other medications to combat the side effects of the medication you're taking to treat the shit that's wrong with you. And
People
it's
don't
just,
understand too. Pills are made from petrochemicals,
yes,
and
just like Vaseline and.
same thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's literally you're pumping your body full of man-made chemicals that is killing your kidneys. It's shutting down your
Mm-hmm.
organs. The longer term that you're on certain medications, it's doing long-term effects.
Oh
It's hard
yeah.
to it's hard to get off. I mean, like, okay, here in Canada we don't have Vicodin, so but down in the States you guys have Vicodin.
Mm-hmm.
Like Vicodin is a very strong painkiller. Like, I mean, and Oxycontin and all that
Yeah, it's so
craziness,
bad
right?
here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and it's the same way here. It's just the drugs are just labeled something different, like they're called something different. They're probably all the same, but I don't
Hmm.
know. If anybody needs to take certain medications, I'm not saying, stop taking your medications, consult your doctor or
Right.
whatever, obviously, but rather than use pills for anxiety or depression or sleeping issues, I just use cannabis as a natural remedy. And personally, I'd rather trust something that naturally grows that way than something that is made in a lab. And that's just my humble opinion, and I don't force my opinion on anyone. So,
I totally respect that, and I totally agree with you at the same time.
thank you.
Oh my gosh, I know you couldn't stay too long tonight, um, so I want to let everybody know real quick that well, it's not there now because we're not going to be live, obviously, but in the description, I'm going to have the link where you guys can check out the NH. Is it NH or NL? I keep wanting to
NL.
put N. Okay, I keep wanting to put NHL for some fucking reason. I have no clue. Sorry.
NHL is the NHL's National Hockey League.
I know. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. What is this? It's not NFL. What is it? But the NL HorrorCon 3. There's going to be a link for it. There's going to be a link for Ramblings of a Madman. So you guys check that out on Facebook and YouTube. And a link for CW Penney if you guys want to harass him like I do. So
Feel free. I mean, anybody out there that's foolish enough to actually want to sit down and talk to me, I'm pretty easy to get along with. So
You're hilarious. I love it.
yeah, I try to censor myself. Now it all depends on who I'm talking to. If there's certain individuals, I'm not going to drop no names. All of that goes out the window.
Right.
It
Because you
just
just can't
turns it.
help it.
Well, it sometimes it just turns into insanity and a conglomeration of just verbal diarrhea.
Yeah.
It comes out. There is no filter between brain and mouth, and you're like, oh shit.
How do we clean
Um,
this up?
how do we clean this up? Because this just happened live on Facebook and YouTube or whatever other platform, and it's like we're going to end up getting shut down or flagged. So far, it hasn't happened. We've managed to fly under Zuckerberg's radar, but we try to maintain a somewhat family friendly show, and I don't recommend any young children coming on to watch any of our episodes because there are some dick and fart jokes that always tend to pop up, and
Oh
you
my
know.
gosh. And then you guys have like wild ass Billy that comes on there and it's like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, the Billy Pond. I mean, he brings out that little imp in me, and so does Clegg. When we did the Clegg and Wagner episode, yeah, that was, and we tried to tone it down a little bit because we didn't want to embarrass poor old Lance live on
Oh.
Facebook. So a lot of it was kept for prior to or right after the episode in Messenger.
Aw. I love Lance and Samantha. They're such awesome people. They're very
They
entertaining
are.
people.
They are. Have you reached out to them about coming on your show?
I did. I want to say a couple times, but it's just scheduling conflicts. So, but now that I'm doing, because I've added more shows throughout the week, um, for this one.
Yeah.
So maybe it might be a better shot now that I have more times that I'm doing live shows, or maybe we can get together and do a recorded one. But I know just for coming on Mondays or Wednesdays at 8, it kind of conflicts. I think they have a show around the same time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I will get them on because these pretzels are too damn salty.
I mean, these pretzels, they're making me thirsty.
They're making me thirsty.
Right? Between Lance with his pretzels and them damn pineapple whips and Monster
Those things
Energy
are
drinks.
good.
We
Not
don't
an
have a
energy
Taco
drink fan.
Bell. We don't have a Taco Bell in Newfoundland.
What?
We had one. Years ago, there was one in Empire Theaters in St. John's, and that disappeared because Empire lost the contract, and I think Scotiabank bought the theater,
Okay.
and now it's like Scotiabank Theaters, blah blah blah, and all that. But I think the nearest Taco Bell is probably in Montreal or Toronto.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I don't know nothing about the pineapple whip.
Have you had what do they call them? 50/50 bars or like the orange creamsicles? Where they're like,
Yeah, I've had them like store bought ones.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
where it's got the vanilla ice cream and then the orange popsicle on the outside.
Yep.
It's like it tastes like that, but pineapple instead of orange.
Okay.
So I mean, but
See,
really sweet though too at the same time. I can't drink a whole one in one sitting. I'll put it in my freezer and save it.
have you seen Lance holding the two in his hands with next to him you can see like four more in a tray?
He's got a problem, man. We need to
Oh,
do a damn intervention or some shit.
we need. I mean, me and Romero have talked about it, and Clegg, and like we all need to get together, get on a plane, go down to Texas, crash Lance's house, and sit him down and say, boy, like you got to slack off on the Monster Energy drinks, the pineapple whips, and the pretzels. Now, the other flip side of it too is because every now and then I'll randomly start some shit, and Romero will come on and he'll have his say, and Clegg will have his say, and everything we say is to purposely go against everything that Lance likes or says. And sometimes Rebecca will show up and she'll side with them, and then I feel bad and I kind of got to go back on something I said because I don't want Rebecca getting mad.
Oh.
She frightens me a little bit, and I don't frighten very easily. So yeah, I mean I don't mind, and don't tell Lance. I don't mind pineapple on pizza,
Hashtag don't tell Lance.
right? But as far as Lance thinks, I hate pineapple, and pineapple on pizza is like no,
Blasphemous.
it's blasphemous. Yeah, like it's a big don't. No, it does not belong. Whoever created that invention should be tarred and feathered and put out in the Sahara Desert for the vultures to eat. But
There are worse pizzas out there, but I love
you know,
pineapple on it.
Hawaiian pizza is good,
I
and
think it's okay.
right. I'm sure I would like the pineapple whip. I don't know if I'd be able to drink six of them a day like Lance, but
I thought I had a sugar problem. That's a lot of sugar, especially the pretzels or carbs, and it turns into sugar, and then the energy
yep.
drink, and it's like, Jesus, man, I could see why you're so like, ha, 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 ha.
Oh
Like a
yeah, I
hummingbird,
mean,
damn it.
yeah, he's got to be hopped up on sugar 24/7. Like man, we need to go to Texas and give Lance an intervention. We really do.
Something. I mean, if I can kick my tiny taco habit, I got faith. He can do this. He can
Did
do this.
you you've overcome the tiny tacos?
I have. I don't think I've had a tiny taco in like maybe a month. So,
Okay.
and then I was going to the 7-Eleven to, in the morning you go grab random crap or whatever. And now they have tiny tacos at the 7-Eleven, and I'm like, gas station. I'm like gas station food, but then I'm like, but I'm a garbage person that eats garbage food anyway. So I'm not eating them, but I felt like the universe was taunting me because I stopped eating them. So
I was half serious, and it's still not too late, I suppose. I was half serious, maybe what 8, 10 months ago. I don't know if you can recall. I threatened the idea
oh,
of getting all of us to do an Indiegogo fund, not an Indiegogo, a Kickstarter or GoFundMe or something like that. Anyway, to raise like however much we could, and set the goal at like 5 grand, and call down and like EMT the money, or like electronically send the money down and get them to, but like say if it was 5 grand, $5,000 worth of tiny tacos delivered to your house.
hey, fucking Uber Eat fucking van come to my house,
That would
kind of
be
rolls the door
hilarious.
open. And then like I'm standing there in shock, like, oh my god, this really happened.
So now knowing that you kicked that habit, I mean, doing that would just be pure evil. So I can't do that.
Yes, you absolutely could, because it's
Well, I
evil.
could.
Evil's hilarious.
Well, this is true. This is true. I was serious when I said Lance too, and I wasn't the only one that said it. He should go after Taco Bell for a fucking sponsorship.
I
God, like
know.
seriously, man, he pumped those pineapple whips for them for nothing. Like it was going out of style.
Did he hashtag it or tag him in every
I'm
like
pretty
post or something?
sure. I'm pretty sure he hashtagged the main company and all that good stuff. I don't know if he ever got any word or even a thank you, or maybe if they sent out a coupon for a free one. I don't know, but
Maybe he should take all of his documentation throughout his pineapple whip journey and make like a little
right,
video and send it to Taco Bell so they have to fucking see it in their face. Like, look what I've been doing for you guys all summer long.
right,
Just push
right. I
it in
mean
their faces. Make them give you a sponsorship.
that's good PR, because look at the
It
amount
is.
of people, like people and celebrity people, that pay attention and watch like all of our stuff. I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
we are a big community and we reach out to a lot of people. So when he's doing this, I mean, there are, your everyday family friends, and then there's people that are fans, and there are more celebrities. And here they are looking at it going, I'm going to go try one of those. And next thing
Yeah.
you know, like,
That's
I
why
don't
I
know.
got them because I didn't know nothing about them. I'm like, what's a pineapple whip? And I usually get like when I go to Taco Bell, I like their strawberry Starburst freeze. That was my favorite. And then I
Nice.
didn't even know there was a pineapple one until I started seeing Lance with them. And then I drive down the
Mm,
road and I'm like, oh shit, they're here. So,
right.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
only
I
way I
mean,
knew. So give this man
yeah.
some money. Shit.
Right. At least give him like next summer rolls around, give him like a summer supply of pineapple whips or something. Probably like a limit 2 per day or something.
Something or a gift card. Like, here's $100 gift card for whips. You're
Right.
just giving us our money back, but thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to
Yeah.
start some kind of campaign for Lance and his whip addiction.
We'll start a page.
You
Just
know.
he'll do like a fan page of the whip, taco whips.
Right. I mean, to get nothing out of this and run the chance of getting diabetes
Yes, I was just thinking that. I was like, this poor man is putting his health at risk for a whip.
for not just a whip, like multiple pineapple whips per day.
Whip.
Whip. I fucking love it when people do it that way.
I
Pineapple whip,
whip.
right?
Cute whip.
Oh man, I love the guy. The guy is great. I mean, he's a beautiful soul, a wonderful human being, and he kills me. He cracks me up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hilarious. They are. They just they just seem like very naturally entertaining people, just even in their everyday lives. It's great. They're
they
people
are.
I'd want to hang out with.
They are. They're good people. But you can't let Lance know. That's the
No.
thing. I mean, hashtag don't tell Lance. That's all.
Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Know nothing about nothing. I don't know anything. I don't even speak English very well.
She's doing her Russian accent again.
Sometimes.
I told you before, you do a good Russian impersonation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Uh,
Oh my gosh.
so yeah, I mean, I pushed it pushed it to an hour. Wow.
I know. I'm sorry. I kept you longer than you wanted to stay.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, when you get talking and settled in, you can't really say much in a half hour.
No.
All that good stuff. We this Thursday coming, me and Sean on Ramblings of a Madman have a former guest of yours. We have Jay Saunders coming on.
Oh, nice. I'm going to have
Nice.
his wife on. I thought it was this week for some reason. I'm always a week ahead. I don't know why. But it's either next week or the week after next. I'm going to have her on as well.
Nice.
So, yeah,
I
very nice
thought
people.
I thought this episode was supposed to be tomorrow, and then you messaged me today, and I'm like, oh shit.
I know. I didn't realize till yesterday because, like I said, I'm always a week ahead. So
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be her today. And I think I announced that Saturday night. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have, Ithaca, the return to Ithaca, and da, 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 and this and that. And then, like, I went to look yesterday to, like, make sure that I actually confirmed a time with her. And I couldn't remember if we were going to pre-record or be live as well because she's got a
Okay.
different time zone. And then I looked and it was like, oh, CW Penney. I was like, fuck. So I was like, hey, you're so cool for tomorrow, right?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Anytime you need a fill-in guest or any of that stuff, I mean, you can always reach out, and I'm sure I'm going to be reaching out to you again very shortly, and all that good stuff. And like I said, we'll be having Jay Saunders on 7:30 Newfoundland time, on Ramblings of a Madman Thursday night. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. You'll enjoy him. He's very easy to talk to. Very nice guy. He's funny. So you're
that's
gonna have
good.
an easy show. You'll have an easy show. So,
He's going to need to be able to take a joke. We'll say it that way.
I don't know. I don't know him that well. So I can't
Yeah,
speak on that, but he is very nice.
it's pretty foreboding. I mean, if you agree to come on our show,
Should put a disclaimer on your page, like at the bottom in the about section, like a
right?
disclaimer. If you're on this show, gotta have thick skin, gotta be able to dish it and take it. So
Well, that's it. That's it. And we only get people on the show that we think we can have fun with.
mhm.
We don't want to have people stuck up people with sticks up their ass, and no,
Yeah, it's just not fun. It's not fun.
no.
Not enjoyable.
Usually we get people that have something that is current going on, People we know that can joke around, take a laugh, take a joke, but give it just as well as what we are. So,
Hmm.
and the whole show is not based around being foolish and all that.
Oh.
It is talking about points of interest,
Hmm.
but you can almost be guaranteed at some point there's going to be little digs and jabs thrown in around it all. It
Gotta have
just,
shenanigans.
yeah, I mean, if you can't have, shenanigans and good fun, and, if you can't do that, what's the point in even doing it?
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not enjoyable. Why would you want to do it?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Well,
But
thank
anyway, yeah, so,
Yeah, you guys, like I said a little earlier, you guys check in the description box. You guys will have the link for Ramblings of a Man on Facebook and YouTube as well. So
hmm
make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe. And also, there's going to be the link for the NL HorrorCon 3 event. That'll be in the description as well. And like I said, if you just want to harass CW, his link is in there too. So, do you have any last words before we go?
it was lovely to be back. And anything that you need, any questions, concerns, comments anyone has out there, feel free to hit me up. Joe, if you need anything, if there's something I can do at any point on my end, feel free to ask.
Thank
Other
you.
than that, I'm pretty much an open book. Ask away, folks. If you're interested in checking out the NL HorrorCon page on Facebook, please do so. Check out Ramblings of a Madman on Facebook and YouTube. And like Joe said, if you want to torment me, harass me, stalk me, at least buy me flowers. But
Yeah. Or drink. Because,
a drink of scotch.
yeah,
A drink
flowers
of
die.
scotch. This is true. This is true. Good, good, good catch. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna buy me something, buy me a good scotch, single malt, and we're gonna be friends.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on again. I really, really, really appreciate it. You're always such a pleasure to have on.
Well, thank
And I
you.
hope the convention goes really well. I'm sure it will. So,
Going to be different. It's going to be
yeah.
different with the limitations and restrictions. But like I said earlier, I want to put it off and just try to keep reiterating to people that with certain things in place and responsibilities and people being sensible, we'll say it that way, that you
Right.
can have a safe, functionable event. You don't have everything. The world does not have to stop on the entertainment industry. It just has to be dealt with in a different way, so it's on a safe level for everyone. But it takes everybody's participation for it to happen that way.
Mm-hmm. It'll, everybody will get on board eventually. They got to.
Well, it's I don't like turning people away from the event. I never did, but you know, other years, if I seen someone coming in heavily under the influence of stuff and stumbling around, I'm
Mm,
sorry, you're not allowed
yeah.
in. This year, it's on top of that kind of stuff. If you're going to try to get in, remove your mask, or try to get in without a mask, I'm sorry, you will not be admitted into my event. And that is per government regulations. That is not on me. You can call me anything you want. You can call me an a-hole as many times as you want. I'm not going to jail.
Right.
I have to adhere to certain policies that our government has in place, and the same thing down the states. I mean, there are conventions that has happened down the states. A lot of them were canceled, but there
Mhm.
are certain ones that have still went on, and people wore their masks, and proper measurements were taken. And I assume that what you guys have in place in the states probably varies from what we have here in Canada a little bit, but
It
you
sounds
know,
about the same, honestly. It sounds about the same. 6 feet
okay,
apart, half to it's quarter to half capacity, depending on
yeah,
what the business is,
yeah,
and face masks. So
yeah.
yeah, that's
and
basically about the
and
same.
and the hand sanitizer thing, like I said, I'm gonna put hand
Yeah.
sanitizer stations on all the vendor tables. So
Hmm.
if you're going to go handling stuff, please sanitize, and just use your brain. Be an
Yeah.
adult, and common sense. You can get pretty damn far in the world on common sense.
Oh yeah, but common sense
You
ain't
know.
common anymore. So
Well, that's it. I mean, a lot of people lack that ability, but
yeah.
yeah, I mean, with everyone's with everyone pulling together, I'm hoping that we can show Newfoundland that, yeah, okay, it is a risk, but you can do it.
Hmm.
And I mean, this year, I know with my limitations and my event, I've cut down a lot of the event, and I'm only allowed to have a certain amount of capacity in the building. I
Hmm.
know that I'm not going to make the money that I would have on a normal year. This year, it's not about that. This year, it is literally about having the event for the people. It always was about the people, but more so now. I don't care if I make a cent on the door. I want people to come in and see the event, take in the event, because we have all been locked down. We have all been shut down. The world was stopped, and I want to do 2 days, 8 hours a day for 2 days, something for people to be able to just relax, come in and enjoy, and say, thank fuck. There's a little bit of normality.
Right. That's why I'm so glad that you've continued, to go through with it. With staying in the lines of what's mandated for you guys.
Yeah,
Because yeah, people just they need something right now, even if it is very limited and it's different. It's still something because we've all had a shit year. We've all had a shit year.
everyone has. Everyone
So.
has. But I mean, you've got your faithful con people.
Oh
And these
yeah, that's
people,
killing us.
I mean, con season, okay, anything from, say, like Comic Con to specific dedicated conventions. Like I run a horror con,
Mhm.
it's strictly for horror. All the other conventions have either been put on hold or canceled. So, I mean, even people that normally wouldn't attend a horror convention are more than likely going to show up for NL HorrorCon, as opposed to probably the first 2 years because they never had any other cons to go to this year.
Yeah.
There's
Uh,
people just itching. There's people just literally itching to get out and go to a convention,
oh yeah, absolutely. Because we can't do
right?
anything.
No,
I don't care what it is. I just want to go. So,
yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's it. I mean, like if I couldn't have this event and say there was a comedy con,
mhm.
I don't watch a whole lot of comedy. When I do, it's usually stoner comedy. Go figure. Um, or like just dumbass, stupid comedy where you can shut your brain off and not have to think. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure if there was no other convention going on and I had the opportunity to go to something like that, just to get the hell out of the house for the first time in what, 8, 9 months, 10 months, and actually go to an event, I'd go.
Absolutely. So I
Right?
can't wait till next month. Well, unless it cancels, I get to go to my first convention of the year next month.
Oh
So
wow. And that is
Shockfest. I'm going to be a
Shockfest.
vendor. Yeah, I'm going to be a vendor at the Shockfest Film Festival. It's going to be on Friday the 13th. So I'm
Nice.
excited. And it's going to be down in Hollywood. So I'm not too
Nice.
far from it. I'm only about an hour and a half away from Hollywood. So it's not going
That's
to be
not
like
bad.
a horrible drive or anything. So I'm excited. I'm super excited, CW.
Oh, here we go. And I think I got company coming in.
Uh oh. Yep. So with that, I will let you go, sir.
All right. It's
All
always
right.
always the way, right? You always got people showing up when you're doing live stuff.
Yes. Thank you so much again. I appreciate it. And I'm going to have you on again. You know this.
Anytime.
All right. You have a good night. Thank you guys for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow for Twitch Tuesday. Good night, guys.
Good night.